I'll be attending the Commercial UAV Expo in Amsterdam in April. And given all that's gone on in the drone industry in the past 12 months, it'll be great to meet up with all the various stakeholders in the industry to get a pulse as to what they see is going on. At this year's event, I have the opportunity to moderate a panel on one of the energy sessions, and I'll also be hosting a roundtable with executives from oil and gas and utility companies to see what they see going on in the industry, how it works, what doesn't. Now, there's 5 main things that I'll be keeping an eye out for during this event. The first one is around the maturity of the drone industry. You know, it's been fascinating to watch the way this industry has evolved in the past 12 months. And yet this industry is just in its infancy. So it'll be good to get to meet up with the various stakeholders in the industry and just to gauge how they see the industry evolving. Will we start to see a lot more consolidation in the industry? Are we going to see more companies develop their own in-house drone services? Or is there a bright future for drone service provider companies? Is the industry making progress with its ability to deal with all the data that drones are capturing? And how do you integrate that into the workflows and the back-end systems? And what are the elephants in the room? You know, it's not all happy, happy, joy, joy out there. What are the big challenges? Is it all around regulation, beyond visual line of sight? Drones in a box, autonomous drones, or social acceptance, you know, the way people accept drones flying over them. So it'll be interesting to see what people say, what works, what doesn't, and what are the challenges ahead. The second one is around new use cases. One of the benefits of going to this event is that you get to see use cases from different industries. Now, I spend most of my time looking at the energy industry and go to a lot of energy events. So we end up talking about a lot of energy use cases for drones. It can be a bit of same old, same old. So seeing what other companies are doing in other industries is a great way to get ideas for, I wonder if that could be used in the energy industry. So that's useful. The third one is around the EU's UAS air traffic management system, the UTM and the U-Space. Now, at the recent Mobile World Congress, I got a good update on what the EU's plans are for their implementation of UTM in 2019. So it'll be good to meet up with the various folks in the industry to get their take on what works, what doesn't, how they see all this playing out, because it will have huge implications for the commercial drone business in Europe. I'll also be curious to figure out what people think of Galileo, the EU's satellite navigation system. You know, do people see it as a competitive advantage in relation to some of its location services, or is it just a nice to have? The fourth one is around 5G, or not 5G. Again, at Mobile World Congress, there was a lot of great sessions from GSMA on the benefits that the existing mobile network and the future 5G networks can provide for the drone industry, all around the UTM, so for identification, security, location. Again, it was Mobile World Congress, so it was all good news. So it'll be good to gauge from the industry what they see as the benefit of mobile networks. What's good, what's bad, and what are the competing technologies? You know, there's a lot of other things out there. The last one is Drone Hero. One of the highlights for me at last year's event was sitting down and listening to various startups outline their innovative use cases and the passion they had for the industry. It was fascinating to see some of the ideas. Now, I'm a big believer in the phrase, I don't know what I don't know. So just sitting down and listening to these guys can be a great way to figure out what's going on and come up with new ideas. So that's a real highlight for me this year. So that's it. It should be an interesting few days. If you're at the event and you have any comments or want to chat on any of these topics or anything else, then you can track me down. So hope to see you in Amsterdam.